Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to my channel this evening. My name is Blessing. Thank you for joining me for us to talk about this trending news that is making the rounds in Nigerian news blogs and newspapers. All right, so I want to say something. In a community or a country where there are no trusts between the masses and the ruling party, what happens is that even when the government of the day has a good intention or the reason for what they're doing could be for the masses, the people still will not trust them because of that broken trust. So, trust is very important for your people to trust that what you are doing is actually for their own interest and not because of your own selfish interest or because you are coming after them. So basically, I want to talk about this letter that was purported that was written by Nnamdi Kanu. Now, there's a lot of stories about this letter. I don't know if you guys have seen that letter. I'll try to show you guys this letter. And people are actually talking about it because there's been a lot of things that has happened and people don't trust the government of the day. Now we know that he's being held by DSS. There's been some court ruling in his favor. And we also know that the Nigerian government have not in any way listened to the court ruling. So if you're holding a man, in detention or in prison, even though the court of the day are saying that you have illegally abducted him and brought him to where he is now, and have actually given him a little bit of freedom, but then you still go ahead to, put more charges against him. How will the people trust you that a letter that you are saying that was written by him is actually written by him? Is actually very strange. That the government expects, the IPOB people to trust them, because from everything I'm hearing, from everything I'm reading, is all about trust. Okay. You just bring a letter. That's the letter that the government are saying that was, written by Nnamdi Kanu and Nnamdi Kanu. And they want the people to trust them and trust that this letter was actually written by him. But in a place where the trust is already broken, and this is the problem, there is already a broken trust between the IPOB, the Biafrans, people who are agitating for Biafran. There's already a trust broken. So whatever the government brings out, they need to think about how they are going to bring it out. Because first of all, people are going to first of all say, okay, this might not be his handwriting. Now, I know that there's been some newspaper reports that said that actually the handwriting has been confirmed by his family. Also, this is a letter from his lawyer stating that he wrote this, and of course he wrote it to Simon Ekpa. But I'm just, there's some of the things I'm wondering. My thought is this, yeah. If Kano was given an access to write in this time of technology where you can call, why did he not call Simon Ekpa? Why did he not make a phone call to him? Because we know that there's already a broken trust between the government of the day and IPOB or Biafran, or there's no trust there. So why write a letter when you know that the people don't trust you? They don't even think that you have their interest at heart. So when I saw this story and when I saw all the reaction and the fact that Simon Ekpa is actually saying that the 2 weeks sit at home, is non-negotiable, I kind of like say, okay, you know what? What were they expecting? What was the government of the day expecting? For Simon Ekpa and his people to just say, okay, okay, this letter is actually from Nnamdi Kanu. So let's go. See, this is a man. This is a man that has his own agenda. Okay, this is a man that he's actually, running the ship when the CEO is not there. This is a man that he has people that he has actually groomed, who are listening to him, who are actually believing in everything that he is saying, who actually believe that the mantle of leadership has been passed on to him. This is a man that is actually doing a lot of fundraising. Now, financially, he's making a lot of money out of everything that is going on. A man that, even though that we have had so many stories of the government asking for him to be extradited from extradition from Finland, it hasn't happened. So how do you guys think that this man would believe that this letter was written to him by Kanu when Kanu could have easily called him? I don't know. And even me, let me tell you, if I don't trust someone, I don't really trust you. I know you guys are after me, or you're after my head, and you give me a letter and you sign and you say, okay, this letter, I'm not going to believe you. I'm not going to believe that that letter is from that person. So I can understand where he's coming from. He doesn't trust Nigerian government. He doesn't trust the politician. There's so many things that they said that Kanu lost his, I think he can't find his glasses. He can't do this. And now out of the blue, Kanu just writes a letter. Why didn't they give Kanu access to call him? Why didn't they even, the funny part is that I was thinking, if this could have been a live video, Kanu talking to, IPOB members and Biafrans, and talking to Simon Ekpa using a word conference, or, using video so they can see him and hear him talk. Even though some people will still doubt it, but at least he can actually, there's a way to convince people. And this is what I don't understand. The people that are pushing for, for someone to listen and call. And I'm going to say something. I mean, I don't even think the last one that he did was successful. But the way they are pushing this particular one, people are even more aware of it than the last one that was not that successful. And now he's getting there. He's getting more. I would like to say he's getting more recognition. What he's planning, people are now knowing more of it than it was before. The last one wasn't successful. So why are we beefing up this one and getting more people to know about it? Is what I don't understand. And if you're going to do something, to convince him, do it in such a way that people know that we have technology backing us. This is for crying out loud. This is like 21st or 22nd century. Why is Kanu, why didn't you guys put him out there with a camera for him to talk to Simon? Why not give him a phone to call him? Maybe when he hears his voice, he will not deny it. Maybe when they talk up with, their coded language, maybe there is a sign, maybe he will believe. But all these things that we are doing, to be frank with you, they will not back down. No. It's just like, a man that is actually bent on something that is giving him money. This thing is giving him money, and you guys are trying to take away that money. I mean, I heard that family of Kanu has actually confirmed that the handwriting is actually Kanu's handwriting. But you know what? Samuel Ekpa is not still going to tell you guys it's not his handwriting. This guy is making a lot of money out of all these things. He's doing a lot of fundraising, a lot of people following him. He has, a lot of people, my dear, it is hard. The government of Nigeria needs to be more creative, innovative in how they convince people, in how they work with these people, because at the end of the day, there is no trust. They don't trust you guys. So anything you guys bring out, if it's not concrete, they cannot see it as being concrete. They don't trust you. And remember, these are people that have been let down for ages by their government. These are people that have been neglected. So, and their politicians were not working for them. So they don't trust any of you. So if you're going to try to convince them, make it in such a way that we use technology. Put Kanu on the phone to talk to Simon Ekpa. Convince Simon Ekpa. Let him hear Kanu talk. Okay? Or put Kanu live video. Kanu has a YouTube channel. Create a YouTube channel. Send it out to bloggers. Let Kanu from in prison do a live video and talk to Simon Ekpa and his IPOB people. Enough of this killing. Enough of this thing. Let's people start negotiating and having dialogue. If they're saying that until Kanu comes out, they are not backing down, these people might mean business. Isn't it about time we start negotiating with these people? And I'm telling you, we can fight them as much as we like, but if they continue and they're saying that they're not backing out, why is it that it is hard for Nigerian government to actually sit down on the round table and talk to these people? I don't know why it's hard. Enough killing going on. It's too much. And this is something, sometimes I just feel like for some people, what is happening in Southeast is actually benefiting them. For some people, they actually like the fact that Southeast is the way it is, because this even an elementary person, a primary school person knows that if I don't trust you and you give me a letter from someone, I will automatically say he's not the one that signed it. It is forged. That's what I'm going to say. I don't trust you. So how do they expect Simon Ekpa to believe this? I don't know. And also, we need to be very careful. There was this clip I saw of, I think it was university, pitting young people out there to be vulnerable. We need to be very careful, okay? Because I saw this video. It's on Samuel Ekpa's his handle, and I was like, people need to be very careful. These people are not joking. I know when I'm on space and people are saying, oh, why are they Southeast people not talking? Where are they? I'm like, you don't understand what is happening. Who are you to talk? How are you going to talk? Who doesn't want to be alive? How are you going to talk when you don't even know? When even your own family might even be part of the IPOB people, how are you going to talk? So, but when I see this, young girls being put out in camera and, they are saying what I'm saying, like, you have to be very careful, okay? When two elephants are fighting, the federal government and some people, I beg you, all these union leaders in universities please hide yourself. Let the fight be with the two elephants. They know what they're doing. Do not get yourself involved in any political struggles that is going on. They know how this thing started. They know where it started. Let them go and sort it out. And you know what? At this particular case, whether we like it or not, some people will still listen to Simon Ekpa because he has already said that he doesn't believe that that handwriting is Nnamdi Kanu's handwriting. And the government of the day needs to do better. You guys know how to rig using technology. You guys know what to do with technology. Why don't you try using technology to allow Kanu to talk to Simon Ekpa or talk to his members if you guys actually are saying that he was the one that wrote this? For me, this is my take on this. Enough of all these McMarosing and, enough of all these, how will I say now, shenanigans. You guys know what to do. When you guys are ready to do the right thing, you know what to do. You know how to give Kanu access to Simon Ekpa. You also know how to get Finland to extradite him if you guys are ready. But I think it's just two elephant fighting. They're using each other, and then it's the grasses that are suffering. That's my take on this. To be frank with you, they know what they're doing. They know that when it's time for them to work, they know what to do. Well, at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, we can beat around the bush, we can go around the bush, we can jump the bush, we can swim on the bush until Nnamdi Kanu is actually given that access to his army of people. This thing will not stop until we actually allow this guy, either he comes out of prison or he has an opportunity to address his supporters. This guy built a support base that you guys can talk. This support base, they are strong. And they are, as the story of Biafra goes round and round another generation, people with what is happening to them, they will just buy into this ideology. So what I think the federal government needs to be doing is having a dialogue, not all this power tussle, writing letter that, even when he was writing that letter, you guys know that most IPOB people would never agree that this letter was written by Kanu. So why do it? Why waste people's time and let this trend when you know the right thing to do? Guys, you know what? Here's my take on all this. It's a pity that the economic situation in the South might be disrupted because the federal government of Nigeria is trying to show that they are the power. We can power tussle, we can do this. It's not okay. You guys should have a little bit of empathy for the innocent Southeastern people who have been caught into this power tussle, who are afraid of their life. They can't come out because they cannot come out. If you come out, you might be killed. So you cannot tell Igbo people, Southeast, to go and fight. How can you fight with a man with a gun? When I come on space or when I'm on, people talk about fight, Southeast people should. You know what, you guys, I don't understand it. How are you going to fight someone with AK-43? How are you going to fight? How are you going to fight people who have actually gotten so doped on high, a drug, and then you go and start fighting them? Okay, when we are ready to talk about this and do the right thing, we'll do it. But until then, let's just be playing games with people's life and people's source of livelihood. Unless you guys are indirectly trying to starve the southeastern part of Nigeria or trying to punish us, we don't know. Until then, let's keep talking. Maybe one person or someone will hear and do the right thing. But the way this is being handled by APC government, it's not the right way. Let me tell you something. If I don't trust you, I will not believe anything you tell me unless it is concrete. You guys can do better. You guys can actually make Kanu talk to his people if he wants to, or give him the opportunity to talk to his people live or by phone. That's all I have to say about this story. I don't know what you guys think. Drop your comments. I would love to read it. God bless you. Bye-bye.